Namaste friends, this is Ramesh Pitla LLB. So now I am going to explain about POCSO Act Section 5. So my intention is to create awareness about POCSO Act so that we can prevent the crimes on children and women. POCSO Act is especially to save the children and to impose the imprisonment or fine on the accused persons who committed crimes on children. So I want to create an awareness about definitions, what are the sections, standard sections. So section 5 says about aggravated penetrative sexual assault. So this is a section 5 in POCSO Act 2012. So A, whoever being a police officer commits penetrative sexual assault on a child, that is the first point A. And under A again we have subpoints. So within the limits of the police station or premises at which he is appointed, or in the premises of any station house whether or not situated in the police station to which he is appointed, or this is the second point under A. And third point, in the course of his duties or otherwise, or fourth point, subpoint, where he is known as or identified as a police officer, or so these are all the points. Again we have most important next point is B. B. So whoever being a member of the armed forces or security forces commits penetrative sexual assault on a child. The subpoints. 1. So within the limits of the area to which the person is deployed, or second point. So that is the first point, and now we are moving to second points. So in any areas under command of the forces or armed forces, or next we go to the third point, third. So the third subpoint is in the course of his duties or otherwise, or fifth. So where the said person is known or identified as a member of the security or armed forces, or point C. So we are done so far A, B and the subsections in that, the subpoints. Now we have C. So whoever being a public servant commits penetrative sexual assault on a child, or D. So whoever being on the management or on the staff of a jail, remand home, production home, observation home, or other place of custody or care and protection established by or under any law for the time being in force commits penetrative sexual assault on a child. So being inmate of such jail, remand home, production home, observation home, or other place of custody or care and protection, or we have another point E. So you are supposed to notice very keenly about this section, because being responsible public servants, nobody should not commit for offense. E. Whoever being on the management or staff of a hospital, whether government or private, or commits penetrative sexual assault on a child in that hospital, or F. Whoever being on the management or staff of an educational institution or religious institution commits penetrative sexual assault on a child in that institution, or G. So we are done with the till F. G. So whoever commits gang penetrative sexual assault on a child, and there is an explanation as well, a small explanation. So when a child is subjected to sexual assault by one or more persons of a group in furtherance of their common intention, each of such persons shall be deemed to have committed gang penetrative sexual assault. So within the meaning of this clause, and each of such person shall be liable for that act in the same manner as if it were done by him alone. So not only alone, even one person does among the group, it will be applicable to others also regarding imprisonment or fine. H. Next point, H. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child using deadly weapons, fire, heated substance, or corrosive substance, or I. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault causing grievous hurt or causing bodily harm and injury or injury to the sexual organs of the child, or J. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child which we have some subpoints here. The first one is physically incapacitates the child or cause the child to become mentally ill as defined under the clause of B of section 2 of the Mental Health Act 1987, 14 of 1987, or causes impairment of any kind so as to render the child unable to perform regular tasks temporarily or permanently. Second point, in the case of female child makes the child pregnant as a consequence of sexual assault. Third thing, inflicts the child with human immunodeficiency virus or any other life-threatening disease or infection which may either temporarily or permanently impair the child by rendering him physically incapacitated or mentally ill to perform regular tasks. Fourth point, under 2, fourth, causes death of the child, or K. Now point K, whoever taking advantage of a child's mental or physical disability commits penetrative sexual assault on the child, or L. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on the child more than once or repeatedly, or we have another point, M. Whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child below 12 years, or N. So point N is one of the most important thing here. Whoever being a relative of the child through blood or adoption or marriage or guardianship, or in foster care or having a domestic relationship with a parent of the child, or who is living in the same or shared household with a child commits penetrative sexual assault on such a child, or O, another point is O, who are being in the ownership or management or staff of any institution providing services to the child commits penetrative sexual assault on the child, or P, who are being in a position of trust or authority of a child commits penetrative sexual assault on the child in an institution or home of the child or anywhere else, or Q, whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child knowing the child is pregnant, or next point is R, whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child and attempts to murder the child, or S, whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child in the course of 3. So they mention within the brackets about communal or sectarian violence or during any natural calamity or in similar situations, or T, next point is T, whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child and who has been previously convicted of having committed any offense under this act or any sexual offense punishable under any other law for the time being in force, or U, whoever commits penetrative sexual assault on a child and makes the child to strip or parade naked in public is said to commit aggravated penetrative sexual assault. So these are all the most important points which are mentioned in the POCSO Act section 5. So my dear friends, children's safety is the responsibility of each and every citizen. Don't commit any offences against children, and in case if you see any crimes and women, please report to nearest police station as soon as possible and make sure that the child will get the justice. And parents should always keep an eye on children, where they are going, with whom they are playing, where are they going, and you are supposed to take care about your children every time. And in case if you find any issue with your children, I mean to say, if anyone threatened to your children, if anyone committed offense on your children, please make sure that you will report the issue within the police station with proper evidence, so that the police will come forward to help you a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to Youth Vikas channel. Let us spread awareness about the POCSO Acts, and let us spread children's safety. And if you require any women's safety awareness sessions or children's safety awareness sessions in your communities, colleges, schools, please give a call to me. I'm always available, and please share your feedback through comments. So a small attempt from my end to create awareness about POCSO Acts or different kind of acts, so that when people know about punishment, about various crimes, they may stop doing the crimes. That's what I'm feeling. Thank you so much and have a great day. Thank you.